23 with you right next to me. I don't know, I think I love you early. You're such a doll, I bet you'd never hurt me. We'd be a jet, never end. I don't wanna be a friend. Think I love you early. Matt lives right across it. Oh yeah. I'm Ken, your Barbie. Right place, right time. Yeah, you magnetize my mind from the go. But now I'm caught up in a naive mind, thinking that our time has just passed us by. Do we ever get enough time? I don't know. I wonder if we'll be still here at 23 with you right next to me. I don't know. I think I love you early. You're such a doll, I bet you'd never hurt me. We'd be a jet, never end. I don't wanna be a friend. Think I love you early. Think I love you early. You're such a doll, I bet you'd never hurt me. We'd be a gem, never end. I don't wanna be a friend. Think I love you, think I love you, think I love you. You're such a doll, I bet you'd never hurt me. Think I love you, I love you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Hope you're all doing very well. We're on the ground here in Zakynthos. We're about to do a little hop over to Naples over in Italy in the iFly 737 MAX with Ryanair. It's the latest update of the iFly Service Pack 1. So we have the correct version of the 737 that Ryanair have, the 8200, the most dense 737-800 there is. So I think it's seated up to 197 or 198 people. So we don't have as many as people in our flight. It looks like we're doing, well, we have 160 passengers, 2,500 kilos of cargo. We have an hour and 15-minute flight over to Naples, one of my favorite places to fly to. Been there in real life, absolutely gorgeous. You can get to see Vesuvius on the way in, so we'll get to have good views of Mount Vesuvius, the volcano, the active volcano there you fly right next to. And when you depart from Naples, you actually fly over it on many departure routes. So, but we're not going to be departing from it. We'll just be flying there today. So yeah, right, we're all ready. GSX is sort of ready to go. Everything's sort of good. How you doing, Tammy, Marlon, Kona, Jenny? How you doing, Music Man? It's going to be a nice little hop over to Naples today. So, shall we? So we got some geezers walking around. So why don't we switch our view? Oh, Insta pilots. Right, here we are. 737 MAX. I've been flying this a lot this week, this past week since the update, and it's been awesome. How you doing, Quantum? Welcome in. So, here we are. We have the ground power already on, so we need the batteries on. Let's pray for some good performance in this one. Streaming this is always pretty bloody difficult. Very intensive, and it's been very hot recently, so I'm just going to knock all these on. Oh, let's be nice to our passengers too. Where's the heat in this? I've flied it a lot, but I've never like turned the heat down. No, where it is in an Airbus. I can do it blindfolded, but where the hell is it in here? Is that? This is it? This is it. There you go. Let's be nice to our passengers, huh? Make it nice and cool. Because, what is it over there? It is, it's 28 degrees Celsius, 24 in Naples. Come on. Get those lines on the IRSs to align. Let's get that switched over to hectopascals. So we have 1015 seconds. There we go. Right. Well, there's no sense in messing around, really, is there? Navigraph. Import our flight plan. Send data. I have no idea if you have to press that one as well, but yeah, I can't do the yaw damp it yet, Corner. All right, Mr. Boeing expert. Well, I taught you how to fly this well. The older version of this plane last night. Jeez, right. Where are we? Lima Golf Zulu Alpha. And we're at gate 1. There we go. We got this. All right. They actually have the IRSs too, like Insta. Just so. It was during testing. I was making sure I was doing things correctly, and it's still on instant. But yeah. Right, shall we get the passengers? This won't take long to set this flight up, so
boarding requested.
Let's get going, shall we? How you doing, Hailed? Right, let's get the route in.
Passengers bus is coming.
Oh, they're coming on a bus. This is going to take a bit longer. Kona will have to be the Boeing expert. Kona, who has experience of 2 flights in a Boeing. Fresh off the line expert, my god. Right, so the departure route is Ozdes to Delta 34. There it is.
Passengers boarding starting.
Lovely. Let's do the... Oh no, hang on. The balance. I think this is all directly from SimBrief current, so send to CDU. Okay, that's fine. How do you load this? Is it because I was finding the PMDG? Is it just, I think it's just reserves of 1. I haven't got a SimBrief up because it takes too much browser power on top of everything else, so I kind of get rid of it. It's always 1, so let's just do 1. 34,000 and then take off. That was missing back there. What was that? The N1 limit? The OAT? Hang on a minute.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Right, this is kind of broken for me. I can't select my runways on here. I'm having a couple of bugs with the iFly. Like, for instance, I can't select the runway here. You can work around it, but... And another issue I have is the cabin voice. I have packs in. I have no sound files on the default, and it's not reading any of my other sound packs that I've dragged in to the correct folder. So then I'll clearly a bug, but whatever. It's not game breaking, so I don't mind as much. Right.
Hello.
So the OAT is 28. So I guess we'll just do /28
Welcome on
because
board.
shouldn't that
Welcome on
fill
board.
automatically? Whatever. Right, flaps 5, as it usually is, since my performance data isn't actually working.
This way, please.
Right, now we're ready to go. 34,000 feet, transition altitude of 8,000.
Welcome on board. Good morning.
Good morning. Is it even morning? It was afternoon.
This
Right.
way, please.
I don't know if this plane actually listens to what the input you put in
morning.
here, or if it... I don't know which one, the PMDG or this does it. One of them, you can put this information in, and it stays there when you activate it. Or
Hello.
I think it might be this one.
Welcome on board.
Like when you engage the speed hold, it resets to whatever current speed you're doing, which is kind of annoying. But whatever.
Good morning.
And then up to 34,000 feet. Taking
Hello.
notes to fix the aircraft already? Yeah. So 34,000.
Hello. Welcome on board.
Welcome on board. Right, flight directors are on. We got all that set up. What is the runway heading? Who's to say? But we'll set it to 340 anyway to start.
Welcome on board. Hello.
Right. Your damper can probably come on. Yep. All right. Now we're waiting. Now we're boarding.
This
We'll
way,
go
please.
out back to the exterior camera. I'll
This way,
set up a little
please.
camera I've got over here. There you go. Little janky on the loading. We'll zip around with the camera here. Just do a bit of zooming around here with the GSX loading. There's a bit of a bug currently. The passengers are not using the stairs correctly at all, but anyway. They do with these ones at least. I don't know whose fault that is, if it's GSX or if it's the plane. Something just hasn't been updated yet with the recent update of this plane, I guess, so that needs sorting out at some point. Somebody needs to sort that out. But hey-ho. It works. Oh yeah, Jenny loves the little truck. Where is it? There it is. This little truck, it's adorable. Look at it. Look at it! Yeah, GSX issue. I thought as much, because no matter what you do with the config, it's broken. There we go. Boarded on this hour and 15-minute flight over to Naples in Italy. Gonna get some lovely views of Vesuvius. Should be a fairly straightforward flight. And if I'm right in saying it's literally only Ryanair that have these stairs. I don't know if other airlines have maybe older Ryanair planes that have these that they got rid of. Maybe that's the case, but I don't disc them off. I did. I heard the A220 is getting really close. Yeah, that been reading the devlogs and watching the videos, and I can't wait. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to that plane. I've been waiting for it
Passengers
for
bus is coming.
about 5 years. Like, I'm gonna fly the hell out of it. I've been waiting for it for so long. It's my favorite plane. I cannot wait to fly it. So, Synaptic, please, you know, do us a service and make the A220 unbelievable. So other providers do have them. See, now you are bang on with that. Obviously, I would not expect it be just Ryanair. What is the bus doing? Classic GSX. Classic
Passengers
stuff. If
boarding
you have
starting.
GSX, you know it does this kind of stuff sometimes. Jank, even though I've got a profile for this airport, it still does what it wants sometimes. Oh, God. We need it for the airline? What do you mean? My immersion. I know my immersion. The hyperbus? Yeah, I don't know where it's gone. It's disappeared. We don't have any other AI here or anything because it's all off because it was causing significant problems for me. Like, bad. It was like making my plane fall out of the sky. And you would think, how does AI traffic do that to your plane? Oh, trust me, it does. Thank you, Marlon, for the $5 there. Here we go, we. Not quite yet, but very soon. Once the boarding's complete.
Hello.
Hello! Performance is always shocking when you're streaming. My god, we're gonna have to make do, eh?
Hello.
Hello.
May I see your boarding pass?
Everyone's getting tucked in. Come on. We've got places to go. Places to go. See, now, I have the HUD on this plane, and I'm pretty sure Ryanair don't have them. But I think Hale said they do on some planes.
Hello.
Not on all of them. So, I like the HUD, so I'm keeping it on.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Hailed, I was literally going to say that. It's probably those Canadian airlines that have those older 737s up in the north. I have those airstays. It makes sense for that.
Good afternoon.
You know, if you're landing on a gravel
Hello.
strip, what are the chances of that airport has stairs to pull up to your plane? Chances are they probably don't. So. Right, are we doing good on the boarding?
Welcome on board.
140 of 159, lovely.
Hello. This way.
Some of the NGs I got transferred for them. I don't know, I mean, how much extra is that? I mean, I imagine it's very expensive, but when you're buying a $60 million plane or however much it is, or how 100, or I don't know how much a 737 is. Probably a lot more than that. 80, 100, I don't know. whatever a 737 is. How much extra is
Welcome on
is the
board.
HUD?
Boarding pass, please. Hello.
Don't crash. I'll try my best, Ben. Bear as co-pilot? Oh, imagine that. Imagine the scenes. Right, here we go. Let's get the APU started. Yeah, Bear as co-pilot? Absolute carnage. I think if I were to stream this more, I would have to sort out some kind of settings, like a graphic settings profile, to stream and play this at the same time, because it is, my god, it's intensive. It's crazy intensive. My frames are like terrible right now. They'll get better though in the air. Right, let's also get this door shut. Hello everybody. Goodbye everybody. Let's also get the doors closed. Get the air stairs retracted. That's... Why is the... Hang on a minute. The door automatically closes with the air stairs. There we go. Okay. Collision's on. We'll get the... They should have been on. Right. We good? Feel good? We'll get the bleed going. Right, now I'm going to also, when we're pushing back and start the engines, I'm going to shut down all the other audio and we're going to just listen to the engine start, because they nail the sound of this plane. It sounds incredible. Jenny with the 5 gifted memberships. Hey, Disco Moth. Hey. I'm not going to say that name. I'm just going to call you Asia. We're going to Ghost Wolf, Dark Boss, Chubbs Fail. Welcome to the den. Thank you so much, Shetty. Some saluting palaces all around, please. Right, let's get out of here, JSX. We need a runway 34, which is to our right. Why do I need... You close the door. Not why do I need to close the door.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, we can probably get rid of the... Oh, not the charge. Is my parking brake on? Sometimes it's not on these planes. There we go. Make sure it's on before we take the chocks off. All right.
Departure checks completed. Bypass been inserted.
Yeah, the charger. Oh, now I'm faffing around with the charger cable. Come on, get back in. There we go. Okay, so everything looks bang on, ready to go. AP running, AP bleed is on. Got the beacons on, navs on. Ready for engine start. Right. Yeah, wheel those stairs away, man.
Looking here.
You ready for engine start? Because I'm about to turn this up. I'm not going to see anything when the engines start when the spooling up. Because this plane sounds amazing. Yeah, well, hailed, I would imagine. We need to face south. Just double check that. Yep. Let's face south.
Release parking brakes, please. Come engine push. All engines clear. Start at GUI.
Alright. Here we go. So it's not so much this part of it, it's when you add when you knock the fuel switches up. Where is it actually pushing us back? In this little corner here? Yep. Doing its thing, we gotta wait. Kale can explain what we have to wait for. Being the professional, here we go. Right, we'll wait until our parking brakes are on, just for the noise thing, so you can hear the noise of the engines better. Oh no, we're still moving. I thought he was done. Oh, we're being pulled. Oh, okay, we're being pulled forwards now. Okay, never mind. We'll start them then. Jeez, I didn't know we were. I thought we were done. Sound of these engines. Oh, lovely. There you go. Hilda explains, keep it short and sweet. Engine for protection will start on the air and then enter monitoring / cooling stage to ensure it's a safe temperature before fuel is added to ensure safe and good engine start. There you go. To protect the engines. Engine number 1. Now it's going to be doing the same thing on this side, most likely.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Then we'll jump back outside. You can hear engine 1 start as well. Any seconds. Still waiting for it. Hey, there we go. so good. Oh, I love it. Alright, auto brake RTO. Right, so we have flaps 5. So we can have a little look at that in this. I think I just missed one of my flap stages. The 737 Max 8 doesn't really fit British Atlantic, but you know, maybe it'll go with a subsidiary airline, because it's British Atlantic is a sort of all Airbus. But I do like the Max. I do like the Max. I never did before, but it's massively grown on me over the years. Right, did we actually get to flaps 5? Oh, we did. Nice. Alright, taxi's on. We'll switch it over to the gens. Just turn the APU off. We'll leave the packs off for now and we'll turn them on after takeoff. Get that over to continue. And we are ready for taxi. Is he clear? Oh, wrong side. Is he clear? Off we go. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my vertical speed for departure. This is something I like to do. My own little bit of the way I fly here. No pun intended. The plane we're flying. Oh, this is slow, isn't it? Jesus, come on. I have to go up to about 3,700. And about 225, but I have a feeling the speed's going to reset. So we're going to go to the end of this taxiway here, turn right, and then backtrack on the runway. Where you going, Marlon, in your A320? LNAV, yeah, we'll do that before we get onto the runway. Well, before we line up. We have our intercept heading, although it's not probably not deadly accurate, but it doesn't really need to be for your LNAV.
Approaching 3-4.
Okay. We'll have our transponder on. It changes around at each bloody 737 you fly.
On runway 16.
No, I know what it does. But just for the first few seconds after departure, I like my vertical speed on, and then I use LNAV, and then once we've climbed out a little bit, a tiny little bit, then I use VNAV. That's just the way I fly. That's just the way I like it. How you doing? How you doing, Dawn Bob's in disguise? Should probably have our runway lights and everything on, turn-offs and all that. We'll put the strobes on. We are ready to go now. Looks like we are. Got the flaps, got the speed brakes at RTO. We got our V speeds. A 137. Wait, they've changed? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why they've changed. We're just gonna turn around here or the end? Turning around here. We don't need this whole runway. Plenty of... Already on an hour and 15-minute flight. Come on, don't stop. Don't stop. Ooh.
On runway 34.
Need a little push. Well, if you're volunteering, mate.
On on runway 34.
Alright, well now we'll do our LNAV. I'm not going to touch anything else because it's kind of wonky the last time I tried this, so we're good to go. Alright, we all ready? I knew it was going to do that. Okay, we'll start bringing the flaps up. And then once the flaps are up, that's when I do VNAV. That's just the way I do it. Everybody does it a little differently. We'll turn the speed brakes back to off, and then we'll turn these lights off. They're a bit finicky. And VNAV. All right. Oh yeah, the packs. This is why I always usually just leave them on. There we go. All right, off we go. Off to Naples, everybody. So Hailed is correct in doing that, because I always feel like it's annoying, because why bother even setting your speed on, you know, on the autopilot panel with, well, if you're just going to change it to your current speed, but, because the PMDG changes, like, it keeps what you've set, which I prefer, but, you know, if this is more realistic, then so be it. So we got an 8,000 feet transition. I swear it was 8,000 feet. Okay, it's decided it is now. Can you hear me alright over it? I'm trying to balance the audio as much as I can. Have the landing lights off. Now. This scrolling thing is kind of annoying. There. And seatbelts off. Alright. So let's have a little look here. So we're due in about an hour and 10 minutes. Roughly. I haven't actually been down to Greece in a long old time. This is where we are currently. And we're making the hop over to Italy. So if you want to see us on Volanta, we're on Volanta right now. Will it work? Hey, it works. It says I'm late because I did this flight plan earlier, but we need to just change it to... Just change it as if we were on time. And then we'll do... We'll do midnight. Oh, I need to probably select the day. That'll be Tuesday. On time. There we go. Oh yeah, so let me show you where we're at. So there you go. Just in case you're wondering where exactly we were in all of this. Just took off out of Greece here on the island of Zakynthos. So we're going over to here. To Naples. And right here is Vesuvius that I was talking about earlier. Love flying in here. So if that's going to keep coming down, we're about an hour until we arrive. So on the 737's auto throttle goes on and set toga with feature. Yeah, but hell, I tried setting auto throttle before takeoff. I mean, you remember what happened? Because you went, oh, that's weird. It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me toga. So it just would not let me do it. I don't know why. Yeah, my iFly 737 has a couple of bugs. I guess it's affecting some different people in different ways, but again, none of it is like big enough, like a big enough deal where it's a problem. It's all workaroundable. And to be honest, I've been enjoying flying this plane so much over the past week or so. I really don't give a damn about the bugs. They're annoying a little bit. Like I would like to be able to have the announcement stuff. Doesn't work. Nothing's here. I've even fresh reinstalled the plane. Just doesn't work. The performance thing, not being able to select the runway, that's a bug. That has persisted after the reinstall. And then that auto throttle thing. I don't know if I've done something wrong. I mean, Hale was watching me do it at the time, so I don't know. Another plane I've been flying a little bit more recently as well has been the PMDG 777F, the freighter. I do feel like that plane is not as good as their 737. I don't know why. It is the same company, everything, but I feel like their 737 is better than it. It's a good plane. But I feel like the sounds and... I don't know, the look and feel of the 737, of the PMDG 737, like the 800, for me is better. Better quality, I don't know. Maybe because they just redid didn't they just redo the 737 from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 as well? That probably helped. No, but iFly, I really come a long way with this plane. I hated their old EFB. It was so antiquated. This one brings it, you know, well up to date. And I've done a little custom background for it as well. Ryanair. So yeah, so we're already 50 minutes away. This is not a very long flight. It's just literally a little dash across the Mediterranean to Italy. Yeah, the 737 was redone, the 777 was converted, yeah, so it wasn't really like redone like the 737 was. It didn't get that like big upgrade like the 737 got. The 747 will be fully new, but they're doing the old 747. I don't know why they can't do the one everybody wants, which is the 400. This is confusing to me. It's like when CSS started with the 737-500 instead of the 737-300, which was the far more widely used one. Why aren't PMDG doing the 747-400? I don't get it. Why do classics first? Classics is like a luxury. Do that after. Do the one that is still just about in service that everybody loves. That is the seriously legendary one that has been in service for bloody ages and still is. I don't understand what the logic is behind that, but heyo, I feel like they would sell more to fund the other projects quicker. Because money. I think you'd make more money with the 400. Like, come on, like surely, right? Or are they doing the thing where you want to fly a 747, so you settle for the old one first, so you buy that one and the 400 when it comes out? That's probably where it is. That's probably what's going on. The double dip. They're doing a Rockstar. That's just frustrating. Make the one everybody wants. Make the 400 PMDG. That's the one I would fly. That's the one I would buy from them, the 400. I wouldn't buy any other one. I'm not that desperate to fly a 747 that I would fly a classic one. I'm not that bothered about it, but the 400 I really like. And I can do more national airlines flights and stuff that I've been enjoying doing. Now somebody finally did the national airlines livery for the 777F. For me, long-haul flying in the summer is impossible. And credit to the person who guesses why that is impossible for me. See if you can get it. Credit goes to the first person who gets. Let's have a little sit rep. 330 nautical miles away. Exactly. Hailed and Jenny got it immediately. It's too damn hot. I'm trying my best to cool down at night, and then I don't need my computer flying a A340 or a 777 across the world to make me even more uncomfortable at night. So, how you doing, Sedster? Very warm welcome. We're at 29,000 feet, climb to 34,000 en route to Naples in Italy. You've been seen, you have. Or buckets. You can bring up Valance so you can see kind of where we are here. We just took off from Zakynthos. And we're heading over to Naples. One of my favorite places to fly in the sim. Honestly, it says we'll be there in 41 minutes. Probably a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't think we're going to get there that quickly. But we are Ryanair. Hang on, what are we? Ryanair 36 X-Ray Juliet. When they start adding all these letters in the flight numbers, it gets a little confusing. Rate 36 X-Ray Juliet. What a mouthful. I don't mind the one letter. There's no plane on flight. No, it was more the flight number I was confused about. Because the flight number, like, see now, this is something people don't necessarily understand when you fly. Your flight number you have on your ticket is the IATA flight number. Is the IATA flight number. IATA is a governing body in aviation, right? As much as like ICAO. ICAO, right? So they use the IATA flight number on your ticket. So you will be Ryanair flight FR3380, right? But what the old pilots are saying might be entirely different on like ATC. So you're physically on flight 3380, but your pilots up ahead of you will be calling you in as 36 X-ray Juliet. It's like, yeah, I know the reason why they do it. It's for differentiation when there's lots of flights of similar numbers and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's why anyway. Yeah, your ground handling, all that, but then your aviation side, like your pilots, your air traffic control, will use ICAO. So yeah, that's how it works. So for instance, my virtual airline that I'm still in the process of setting up, we're just waiting for that A220 to come out. We have BAX as our ICAO. Hang on. We have BAX as our ICAO, so that's RYR, right? BAX. And then we have BX as our IATA. What is American Airlines? I know is it AAL and AA? AAL is the ICAO, AA is the IATA. Let me know if that's right or wrong. I don't really know my American ones that well. I think it is, though. Also, one thing I've noticed... God. One thing I've noticed about people on Volanta, and this is something I plead with Volanta users, please do your aircraft ICAO code correctly. Because half of them are wrong. Let's try and find I bet I can find someone that has the wrong one. We'll call them out. Who's flying a 757? Bloody hell, he must be on an older sim. Right, so that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. He's correct. Okay. Okay, no, okay, that's wrong. That's just the whole name of the plane. A320, that's right. 772, you're right. A320, you're right. Okay, maybe, okay, come on. Come on. There's gotta be, he's correct. There's gotta be someone that's done it wrong. Come on, I see them all the time. A359, correct. It's a B738, correct. 7W. Oh my god, where's all the people that get it wrong? Everyone's correct so far. For goodness sake. Oh, he doesn't have it at all. Okay. Oh, for goodness sake, everyone's behaving today. Of course they are. When I'm trying to call people out, everyone's got the right bloody codes. For the ones who put Speedbird, yeah, like their ATC call sign. Okay, that's not right. This guy. A32N, that's not correct. The A320 Neo, which would be A20N. Okay, so we found one, but let's see. It's like a little game you can play. See, this is the 737 MAX 8 ICAO code, B38M, which is what we have, which is correct. A388, he's got it right as well. When I see people flying A380s, they're always A380, not A388, which is the correct one. It's B38M for now. What's it going to get changed to? Well, it's funny that the A220 never changed to A220, or like A221 and A223. Like, why is it still got the Bombardier ICAO, BCS1 and BCS3? They never had it reclassified. Kind of strange, no? something I'm also going to do is amend the approach, because the approach into Naples can be very long-winded. It's just entirely unnecessary. It's like as if I want an extended approach into Heathrow or something. How you doing, Gerald? Welcome in, mate. We're just flying over the Mediterranean right now, Ryanair. I should probably start doing the approach now. So we have... They might be... Hang on. They might be classing them different with each types within each one, but everybody's said no to it. Interesting. I do little snow. Yeah, we're still flying. Well, why have an Airbus reclassified the A220? That's my question. Can they even do that? Can you do that? Surely you can, if... Oh, you know, considering changing the MAX ones. Right. So, departure and arrival, Naples, we're going to be on ILS 24, we'll do Zulu, and then we'll do, it's the Ectol 1 Alpha. I'm pretty sure I've used the Bento transition, which I might do. Give me a second, I'm just going to confirm. This is the 737 MAX 8 iFly, Gerald. The latest service pack 1 came out for it. Give me 1 minute, I'm gonna go and check the approach here quick. Gonna make sure that if I'm gonna use the Bento approach, which I've done before, it's the correct one for the angle we're coming in at. The Bento transition, I mean. On Navigraph charts, 1 second. So we got ILS 24 Zulu. Bento. Yeah, we'll use Bento. Good stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to delete half this approach route, because it's entirely unnecessary. So we're going to do Ectol. Actually, we didn't even need to do Bento. We're going to do Ectol direct Romeo November 727. You can see it here. Ectol direct Romeo November 727. We don't need to do all this snaking around. We're not on a network. We don't need to do that. So we're going to go direct, as if we're being told to go direct through with ATC. So we'll do Romeo November 727. That's Bento. No. Okay, up. And then we'll do right after Ectol, which would be 777. So we're now direct. Beautiful. Beautiful, and that cuts out all that crap. Oh, we just cut off the head of the snake and just go straight there. This is not out of the realm of possibility what you will be granted by ATC. Please, come on. It's entirely up to ATC what you do. If they're not busy, what is the point in snaking around all over the place? Well, if they haven't got what's it called, a temporary flight TRA. Temporary TFR. Sorry, get there at the end. Right, lovely. And it's it keeps what's he called, Michael O'Leary happy, doesn't he? Less fuel spent flying. Fine, you got to concede that, Hale, because they can just get you to cut all that out. Come to think of it, I did turn the seatbelt signs off. They've been off the whole time, Marlon. You could have been walking around all over the place. I didn't choose the most beautiful route in the world, did I? Just a bunch of nothing. Could have went over the Alps or something. That would have been a bit nicer to look at. Wow, what a view. Yeah, they do it at Dublin all the time and take you direct lap mode. Yeah, the flight that can get you to cut out all sorts of parts of the route if you're able. How you doing, Thomas? Good to see you, mate. It's been a long time. How you doing? Thanks for joining us on this little flight tonight. And granted, not a lot to see at the minute, but hang in there. We're going to get some lovely views on the approach. We're about to hit Italy here soon. That's the land you see up ahead. And pretty much as soon as we hit that, what are we at Luxy for the Luxil? After Luxil, it's the descent. So we'll be into Puglia, where I was last month. We'll be descending when we're in Puglia, or well, about halfway into Puglia. Yeah, hailed. I can. Parachute time? I wouldn't advise that. You go straight into the engine, mate. Oh dear. But do hit the like button though if you want to see more of these flights. I love doing them. So my PC doesn't though. But I get like beautiful FPS and great performance when I'm not streaming. When I stream, this is like I lose a big old chunk of frames. Because Flight Sim, that's why I have everything cranked on Flight Sim, because it just runs buttery smooth. But when you stream it, it just nukes your performance. It doesn't help that it's really hot as well. So, and this is like the only day I could have done a stream this week as well, because the next few days are going to be 28 degrees, 25 degrees. It was 20 degrees today. That's the coldest it's literally going to be all week. So, wow, what a view. I chose a really the best flight. Hey, it's a flight I wanted to do, and the last time I flew this plane, I was in Girona, and I always like to go from place to place to place to place. You know what I mean? I never like to really teleport the plane around, but for a stream, I'll make an exception. I think this plane, I last flew this plane into Girona like yesterday. I think it was yesterday, might have been the day before. And I like to then fly from Girona to somewhere else, you know. Bit of immersion, you know. The plane is where you left it, so fly it to the next place. Can you see any of my comments? Of course I can, Christopher. Have I been missing them though? Oh look. A goosey gander, Christopher. You should have come to the States for the World Cup. Never expected biscuits and gravy. Oh no, not cookies and gravy. Me? I'm not paying to go to the World Cup. Have you seen how much the tickets cost? I don't have that kind of money. To fly there, to stay there, and to buy tickets for it, you must be having a laugh. Blue Vintage aircraft in streams? It would be carnage, mate, because I need a plane to do things for me when I'm streaming. I can't focus on the chat and flying the plane all at the same time. It's too much. Although if you want to see me do some helicopter stuff on stream, I might be down to do that, because there is one helicopter that I've never wanted to buy a helicopter in my life until I saw this one released recently. I just like it as a helicopter, and I kind of want to fly it around a little bit. So if you want to see me utterly butcher helicopters, because I have no idea how they fly, I might buy that helicopter, but we'll see if I can shell out on a helicopter that I'm not going to fly that much. Would you ever fly the MD-11? Not really my kind of plane, Gerald, I'll be honest. I don't mind it as a cargo plane, but I'm not massively into it. for much else. It's also quite a hard plane to fly, is what I hear anyway. Same as like the TriStar. Not really my kind of plane. H145. No, it's. I think it's German. I should probably answer your question. It's a fairly recent release. But I really like the way it looks. That's like the reason I want to fly it. It's a cute helicopter. I like the look of it. Howdy, Cones. How did your flight go earlier? Did it go well into Gdansk in Poland? I saw you on Volanta. Did you land this time at reasonable speeds or 1,000 miles an hour? I will let you off though. That was your first time ever flying a 737. So, and maybe a Boeing full stop. Have you flown a Boeing before? I don't think you have. So you can be excused. Well, there's Italy. There's Puglia right there. So the airport I flew into in real life last month was like right here. It's like right here. Somewhere here. Where exactly? Hang on. It's over the... Yeah, it's on this side. Right, I can see it actually. I can see the taxiway. I can see the apron. Right there. That's where I flew to when I went on holiday. It was right there. Right, really far south in Italy, yeah. So 195 feet per minute isn't rough. That's like perfectly acceptable landing corner. It's really anything over what, like 250, 260. That's considered a bit hard. I want to check the gear. That one's Italy. Yeah. So you've got Brindisi Airport is right there. It's Brindisi Airport, and then Bari's like up here, which is the I would say maybe the busier one of the two. Oh, Bari's way further up, actually. It's like way up here. But yeah, I might want to fly that helicopter at some point. No, Conan, no, the speed's too high. Landed at 174 knots is too fast. Considering, Kona, when you turned on to final approach, you were doing 274 knots. A little quick because you were going, Connor, you were going so fast you missed the turn to get onto approach was too sharp at that speed, so you overshot the approach. It was too steep of a turn for those kinds of speeds. That was so funny. He was doing 274 knots as he was turning onto final. He wasn't able to slow down, despite I warned him. I said, Corner, get your speed brakes out, and he was like, they're out. I'm like, it doesn't look like they are. They're not doing anything. And he was at minus 3,000 feet per minute before turning onto final. That's not really what you want. It's not going to slow you down either. Anyway, we'll let him off. It was his first ever time flying the 737, so we'll let him off. I did teach him all the way up to that point, and I was going to teach him how to do the approach, but then everything just collapsed. Well, it didn't really, did it though? Conan had to take control because it had overshot the localizer. So he turned the approach on, it intercepted the localizer, but then it overshot it because it was doing 270 knots. Then it was trying desperately to get him back on the localizer. That's when he took control. And I've never seen an approach like it. It's like a fighter pilot. It was great. I was doing the same flight as him at the exact same time, walking him through everything. And I was just watching. I was in disbelief. It was so funny. It looked like a fire pilot. It was great. Yeah, the bang angle had no chance. How you doing, Parkers? How you doing, Connor? But hey, to give Connor credit, his first time flying it, and he did a flight to Gdansk earlier, and that seemed to go way better. So it seemed like the ILS fully. I haven't spoken to him about it, but I saw him on Volanta. It looked like the ILS was successful this time, and he landed in good speeds and everything. So it looked so good on Cones for that. All it is with planes like the 737 or anything like that, that you're not confident to fly. It just like with anything in life, it just takes repetition. Just keep doing it and you'll learn. That just becomes second nature. Be able to hop in and flick all the switches without even thinking about it. Not in real life, of course. That takes years of training. But in something like this, you can pick it up quite quickly within an hour, and then just fly it routinely so you don't forget, and you'll be fine. And even if you do have a hiatus from the sim and come back, you'll only need a little quick brush up on it, and it'll all come back. Yeah, and Hailed, I've been flying the 737 a lot in the last couple of weeks, but I haven't entirely nailed the flare yet, because I'm expecting the plane to fall sharper like an Airbus. Because an Airbus, I mean, the term probably isn't you lose a lot of lift, but it just seems to meet the ground a lot faster than a 737. So I'm always prepared on a more aggressive flare, like last second flare on an Airbus. That is not warranted whatsoever for a 737. So I often find myself, sometimes I absolutely nail it in the 737, and sometimes my mind is too in an Airbus state of mind, and I float it because I'm expecting the plane to come down faster than it is. So yeah, we'll see what we do today. I haven't entirely nailed every landing at Naples, so so we'll see. Because one thing I sometimes struggle with is a sloped runway, like at Manchester. 23 right is a bit of a pain in the arse to land on, I'll be honest. I don't know if anybody else struggles at Manchester. I don't struggle, but it's hard to nail a landing at Manchester 23 right because of that aggressive sloping runway. Oh yeah, Hale, I've noticed that on the CSS. You cannot fly the CSS 737-300 like you do the PMDG 737-800 or the iFly 737 MAX. It just doesn't work the same way at all. The 300 drops like a rock. It's much more Airbusy in that way. But the MAX seems to probably be very nice. It's been very pleasant to fly and to land manually and everything. I mean, is there anyone around that uses auto land when you don't need to? Because I definitely don't. Literally, I hate using auto land because it destroys your landing rate usually. Because the computer is not focused on buttering your landing. It's focused on getting you on the ground safely. So it doesn't care what your landing rate is. The 300 config with the design just means as soon as the power is cut, it can drop. Yeah, I've noticed that when I was flying the CSS. You need to keep the power in a lot longer. Like virtually until like, virtually until you're about to hit the ground, you need to keep the power in. Turn off autopilot once I have the field in sight. I do it quite late. You probably noticed it on my landings before. I generally turn autopilot off at 500 feet. So when I hear the call 500, that's when I turn autopilot off and take control. But that's just me. Everybody does it differently, yeah. Well, the last time I used Autoland was in Reykjavik on a British Atlantic flight. And that was in the A321neo. And you couldn't see a damn thing. Like, you could literally, I have screenshots of that. I can post them into Flight Sim. I think I posted them at the time, but I'll post them again if you're interested. You couldn't see 10 feet in front of you. It was that bad. It was awful. Zero visibility whatsoever, so just auto landed it. You couldn't even see to the end of your wingtip of the passenger view. You could barely see your engine. Right, so now we're gonna start the descent. So we're gonna do the Ectol should be above 10,000, so it's 12,000 above. Ento 7,000 above. So we'll do 12,000 above, and then we can get to slow down. Why I haven't had to go around at all. I haven't even started the descent yet. What do you mean go around? Is there a way to make this faster? Press, does this button do anything? Because this is slow as hell. The PMDG is like dynamic when you're scrolling. This is a little slow. Come on. Yeah, is there a way of making this faster, Hale? That's a question before you go. Is the altitude, is it alt in interval a button I need to press or what? Right, finally there. Not on the iFly. Why is this so slow? I think it's the PMDG. It like when you start scrolling, it's slow, but the more you keep doing it, it gets faster and faster. I like that a lot with the PMDG. Right, so that's top of descent. Let me just check how far away we are. Oh god, yeah. Wow, this is a late descent. Classic Airbus pilot doing managed speed, or manually managed speed and vertical speed combo. Oh, hailed! I'm learning. See, I'm still learning. I've been flying 737s for years, and that's. Thank you. And I now know how to bypass that because that's bloody annoying when you're not on a network. Thank you, Hale. There's always something I learn from Hailed. It's so good. I always wondered how to do that because in the Airbus you just press the button in, you just press the knob in, and then off you go. I didn't know how to do it in this plane. Not as bad as my last flight. Was -6. You were what? Is that your descent rate or your landing rate? 6,000. Cones is knocking on the cabin door. You should open it. Oh, why? What does Cones want? Should we though? Might be a threat to security. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with the FMC with the altitudes because I've done that before on the PMDG and they deleted every single altitude in the whole computer mid-flight. So if it's just a button I can press and it just bypasses all of the restrictions and goes to your cruise altitude, then that's perfect. Yeah, landing rate, if you were minus 6,000 feet per minute landing rate, I think that's a crash. But then, as a descent rate, that's wild as well. No, bypass the next one. Ah, okay, that's great to know. Thank you, Hill. Saluting Palace's please. For the information mailed. That's why he's British Atlantic's maintenance director. Technical director. Keeps us all right. Okay, so at Bento, 7,000 above. Okay. But we're descending. Love a good wing view. The first thing I do when I enter a new plane, set up all the views and the wing views. Step 1. Before I even learn to fly. We have many wing views too. You learn the 220 from the manuals. Well, it's a massive shame that no UK airlines are taking the A220. At least not yet, anyway. I mean, I think Loganair would be good with them. I think that'll be a good move for Loganair. Once they sort the engines out, then go in for some A220s. Imagine Loganair with some A220-100s. Ooh, perfect for Loganair, that. They need to retire those 145s at some point. Get an A220-100. Quite a lot more expensive than an Embraer, I imagine. But hey. Imagine cones with an A220? Well, I mean, it'd be like any other plane though. You'd learn it though. With it not being an entirely Airbusy Airbus, because it was built by Bombardier, although, you know, it does have its differences. So XTOL's restrictions are below 17,000 feet and above 12,000. We're just going to aim at 12,000 because I like to err on the side of caution with my descents. So next marker will be RN727, which just gets us pretty much lined up with the runway that far back, which I love. I love a long approach. I love a long final. Just gets you settled in. Jeff's light stick guidance man is dancing. Is it Jeff flying at the minute, is he? Well, it's what GSX does, Coda. You can turn it off, but it's fun. It's funny. A319, alright. And when you park perfectly, your marshaller does Gangnam Style. Definitely going to need some speed brakes. We are not slowing down. In fact, we're speeding up. So. Light stick man? Yeah. You mean marshaller? I love that. Light stick man. Okay, we're going to continue the descent though, since we're going to be looking bang on 12,000. So when we get there, we're looking like we're going to be able to do a much less aggressive descent, maybe? Yeah, we can decrease the descent rate and help us slow down a bit. Or we increase the descent rate right now, get ahead of the speed. Tactics, using the big thinker. When you've been flying for 84 years, you know all the tricks in the book. Now we'll decrease. How you doing, STN Gun? Welcome in. We're descending into Naples at the moment. Reduce your speed. What do you think I'm doing? It's doing Gamer XD 777. It's already raining where I'm from. Where are you at? Gainesville. Isn't there another Gainesville somewhere in the Midwest? Okay, so Bento I think is also 7,000 feet, so we don't need to rush down there, so we can decrease the descent rate. Rain would be nice. We were having storms in the south at the minute. Okay, so we'll be at 240, then 200 at Bento. Okay, let's get the ILS punched in as well. So 10950. And then our course is 235. Is it? Oh. 235. Am I on VATSIM? No, I'm not on VATSIM, no. I have flown on VATSIM many times, but I decide to have a much slower sort of pace of things, really. God, this scrolling is direly slow. Jeez. Yeah, this is why we have the above altitude targets. Saying do not go below it because you'll hit a bloody mountain. Is that Vesuvius? Get your binocs out. That's Vesuvius over there. Get your binocs. Active volcano. Last erupted in, was it 1944? Or has there been an eruption since? I'm not sure. Of course, you'll know it for destroying Pompeii. Way back in 79 AD. How's the iFly? Yeah, it's great. Really good. I have a couple of bugs here and there, but nothing Nothing crazy. But we're coming in from the south, which I've never come this way into Naples before. It's usually from the north. They don't catch it. So I'm seeing a side of this approach I've never seen before, which is kind of cool. Never come in from this direction. Oh! Was he talking? It was 1944, yeah. Okay, so after Bento, we'll have a new target altitude. We'll make sure we don't have any more above targets. We do, they're all aboves. So we need to hit these pretty much bang on. So 5,000 are at Romeo November 714. Okay. That's our... It's 1019. Lovely. Okay, so 714 is 5,000 feet. What was it? 5,200 feet? The speed brake's going again. Right, we'll do auto brakes 3. Apparently that's what Ryanair use. See you later, Hailed. Appreciate it as always, man. Do hit the like button, by the way, everybody, if you enjoy. Okay. We'll do terrain. Didn't even have the weather radar on. A clear day. So 185 at RN 714. I don't know how far out this ILS actually you can hook onto. We have the runway in sight and Vesuvius. That's alright, gamer. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I've done it 1,000 times. I am going to get my recording software ready. So at CI, that would be the ILS 23. Looks like we're all on target to hit all these. Yeah, well, you're in the right place if it does. Don't want to be below the target. See if we'll, oh, we're on the glide slope. There we go. Forward. Okay. Okay, so 185, the 156 at FI2 for Zulu. We're still good at 185 right now. We've got a long way to cover.
2,500.
Don't mind that. That's just the mountains below us. Look at that. Beautiful. We're letting it manage itself. Down to the runway now.
2500.
Start slowing it down. So let's get the VREF. Do flaps 40. 140 knots. I'm actually having to use some speed brake here. This plane does not like to slow down. There we go. A bit of looking around. God, the speed brake's going still. Not far from reality though. I was on a BA flight into Heathrow and they had these spoilers down until short final. Spoilers up, sorry. Right, enough of the spoilers. Armed. Gear down. All right. Are we all ready? We'll put my hood on. Here we go. Get Vesuvius. Look at it. Look at that. Let me turn my recording on.
Approaching 2, 4.
Nice steep at Naples. So it always throws me off.
200. Light slow.
Yeah.
Light slow. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Spoilers. Reverses. And 60 roll out. Spoilers down. Might as well. There we go. Come on. Those brakes going. I bet they're hot now. Welcome to Naples, everybody. Let's get that APU running because we do not have a long taxi. Well, we will watch that landing back. welcome to Naples. Look at that Vesuvius in the background. Isn't that beautiful? Right, let's turn that terrain radar off. This is where you need to be an octopus. This is when you need like 2 people in the cockpit to help you like turn everything off and get everything going. I know exactly where we're going to park, although you will be able to see me interact with GSX here. Once see the window it pops out at. We will choose that one right there. You can't see it. I know where it is, don't worry. We'll use both. And Menzies. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, scroll. Sometimes it just zooms in. Okay. Right. So, let me go around here. Right, well, what was the landing corner? 51 feet per minute. Plus 51 or minus 51? Need to turn my transponder off as well. It's so many things you have to turn off while you're taxiing. Does anyone else have struggle with that? Plus 51 feet per minute. Oh, slope runways. 51 feet per minute. What even? Yeah, Katsu, yeah. It's hard to do alone. And again, I have no AI traffic, unfortunately, because I had to stop using it. Because it was basically crashing my plane. Okay, we'll turn it over onto the APU. We'll turn the taxi lights off. Make sure we're pulling into the right gate, shall we? Hello, Lightstick Man, as Kona called him. We are a little bit askew here. Hang on, I need to kind of straighten up a little bit here. There you go, that's a bit better. Keep it rolling. Are we going up a hill here? Come on. We're Ryanair. Time is money. And we're stopped. This is definitely a hill. Come on. Oh my god, was that... Don't tell me that was perfect. Oops. 1, 2, off. And then we'll spool them down. Seatbelt signs off. Beacon off. See if he dances. Is he gonna dance? He's bowing. Is he... No? Okay, no dance today then, okay. Deploy the stairs, and we'll get GSX to bring up the stairs. Well, they were happy with the parking. Oh, he's dancing? Wait, I hear the music. Oh my god. We'll do the auto brakes. So don't go anywhere, we'll watch the landing back. Yeah, we're all good. We'll also request deboarding. Someone's dancing somewhere. Our air stairs are already out. Make sure our chocks are. And then we need our
The boarding requested.
GPU. I am gonna keep the APU running because we need to watch the landing back. So it's just we just have to wait for the APU to spool up again if we turned it off.
Passengers deboarding starting.
All right, there we go. Lovely flight. Really enjoyed that. Oh, someone's head's poking out the bloody roof. So Kona said it was plus 51. Let's have a little goosey gander on Valanta. But yeah, plus 51 feet per minute. Almost right on target too. Pretty good landing. We'll let it all deboard. We're going to deafen everybody with the APU. Because it's just faster to watch the replay back. Because we need to get the... Because we need... Annoyingly, with the replay thing I use, I have to get the plane in its landing configuration when I watch it back. Otherwise, it looks goofy. So we'll do that. By the way, let's have a little look at the scenery, shall we? Oh, God. Oh, jeez. My frames aren't great because I'm streaming, but... There's Mount Vesuvius right there. And then when I came here, was it in 2023? 4? I don't even know when I came here. I think it might have been 24. Oh, you can't even see because of all the mist, but I was like staying over here. Sorrento. Oh, yeah. Flew in here. Oh, lag. Traveled during lockdown? 2024 wasn't lockdown, what are you on about? I travelled after lockdown because I went to Denmark and Sweden to meet Condor. That was 2021. How you doing, Nick? You just missed the whole flight. We've landed, although we're going to watch back the landing in a minute from the outside. Don't mind the people missing the stairs. There's a little bit of a bug with the recent update of this plane with GSX. We've just got a lovely, shiny new update. You missed it? Yeah, we'll watch back the landing so you can at least see that. And then you can watch back the flight. It wasn't exactly very long. How long did it take us to get here? An hour. That's all the flight was. It was literally just an hour from Zakynthos in Greece. Did not take long at all. They're using them properly. They're using the rear stairs better. By the way, I hate these stairs. I really want to have them as the handheld ones. They're much better. And if you're wondering, by the way, why we have the APU blaring, because it's faster to set the plane up to watch the landing back, so don't worry about it. Yeah, this is Ryanair's version of the 737 MAX. It comes with this extra door here. It's an emergency exit. Because legally they have to. Because there's I think it's 197 people can be in this 737-800. It's a lot of people in an 800. So I think by law they had to have another emergency exit for that many people. And that's why the Ryanair ones have these extra doors. Why they look a little different. Let's actually have a look in the cabin, shall we? Oh! Oh, that... Ma'am, I don't think that's healthy, to be honest. Oh god, you're all in a hurry to leave, huh? Jeez. Okay, oh my god, can I get out? Oh jeez, can I squeeze through? I don't know what that woman was doing. What is there? Your head's in the roof. Checking the wiring? Oh, that must be it, yeah. Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, dear. Yeah, so there's some bugs with GSX in this plane right now, as you can probably tell. Even when we were boarding in Zakynthos, it was a bit glitchy. So, but it just got a big new update, so we can let it slide. GSX still does its job. Although, however goofy it might be sometimes, I still rate it as a must-have for flight sim. If you're not using GSX and you're flying passenger services like this, you know, A320, 737, anything like that, you need a GSX. If you don't have it, you're really missing out. Also, the devs of GSX are amazing. Constantly gets updated. I swear they update it like 3 times a week. It's mad. Seems to be like almost every day I load it up, it says there's an update for GSX. So they need to fix the air stairs. See, it works just fine if you load the woman's head in the roof. If you use these stairs, it's fine. But if you use the inbuilt stairs that Ryanair have, that's what happens. Oh, are you all right in your jacket? It's 28 degrees Celsius, and you in your coat. I wish the GSX passengers would be a little bit more climate specific. Look at this man in his jacket. It's 28 degrees. And then when I flew to Svalbard, they were all in like their shorts and Hawaiian t-shirt. It's like -6. The fact that we have passengers at all, animated passengers at all in Flight Sim though, is amazing. And then of course at the other end, oh, I've joined them too late. They're done. And you can see them walking around in there as well, passengers. That's me on that flight then. It needs to be -10 before I put on sleeves. Yeah. Yeah, that flight up to Svalbard. What's that in Fahrenheit? Well, 28 is... Used to say, let me ask. Hey Siri. What is 28 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
Is 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go. 82. That's what it is right now in Naples. Well, that's the last time I looked anyway on the meta. And we're not flying real time because I didn't want to do a flight at night on stream. We can do them, but I wanted a daytime flight for the stream. Because you can get to see things. It's what? It's past midnight there and it's like 28C. Yeah, this is up a hill. Look, you can tell. You can tell this has a slant to it. There's a gradient. That's why we had to use a bit of beans to get up the hill to the gate. Yeah, the night flights are nice. They're just not everybody's thing, because we could what we can do a vote in the Discord. Look, you can definitely tell there's a gradient there. Look at that. But we can do a vote if you want to see a night flight next. It's just that anytime, like every time I do a flight, it's going to be later on in the day, and I don't want every single flight to be at night. You know what I mean? If I'm using real world time. Right, let's get this plane configured up again so we can watch back the landing. So, give me 1 second. So, let's get back on this here. I could probably set a panel state, but I don't think they actually work for me right now. I think I just opened that door again, didn't I? Nope. And goes the stairs. Okay, we'll have the bleed on again. Let me complete the flight on Volanta so it doesn't jank it up. So what, it was plus... I'll show you what it was though. There you go. Apparently it was plus 51 feet per minute and it was almost bang on target. Plus 51 feet per minute. That's kind of crazy. We're going to see exactly how it got that, but plus 51 is a little wild. Okay, there we go. We are going to banish GSX. Just do that. We'll just restart it. Yeah. Okay, we don't need you. Right. A poll is a great idea. Yeah, we can do like a members poll. And we can see where you want the next flight to be as well. Right, we're going to kind of cheat this and just do the actual landing config like straight away. We'll start the engines quick. Ooh, the packs are on. That's not going to work. There we go. Now they'll start. Oh, my frames when I'm streaming. Come on. Yeah, we'll do a poll for the flight. If you want me to fly out in America, for instance, I think someone just released like a livery of this quality with a cabin in the American Airlines. So if you want me to do that, we can do that. Do a US flight. I don't think I've done a US flight on stream in a long time. I think I did a Delta one in the Phoenix A320, but I don't know. That was a while ago. I did an Aeromexico one as well. That was a video. That was ages ago. Yeah, I mean, I generally mostly always fly in Europe because that's around where I'm from and that's where I have my like experience of flying for the most part in the real world. So it's the most relatable and therefore the more immersive because I've actually done it in real life and I can kind of picture what it's like. And immersion's a big thing. You've got to be immersed on your flights, I think. Just makes it just a bit more enjoyable. And if you want to hear these sounds again, go back to the start where we cranked up the volume for the engine start. It sounded amazing. They've done a great job on the sounds. Give us a minute, we're almost ready. We shall watch back the landing. Because I'm genuinely interested, how on earth did I get plus 51 feet per minute? That is crazy. Come on. Hey. Yeah. Got a terminal. I love airports, the scenery add-ons that all have interiors, but optimized ones. None of this crap where it just eats all your frames for no reason. Like Anybuilds Heathrow is really good for that. They have so many interiors and so much detail on such a massive major airport, but it's not that bad on frames. I wish there was a better system on replays. Honestly, there might be by now. I'm using a system I've used in 2020. It's just called Flight Recorder. It's like a little third-party app that I have open, and it just records all the data and then it plays it back. So pretty lightweight little client that pops out. Right, here we go. Made this little EFB screen too. They've done an amazing job at this EFB. Like I mentioned in flight, the last EFB for this, which is the tablet I'm talking about, the last tablet on the iFly was, I hated it. This one is so much better. Right, flaps down, and then we can hit replay. All right. It'll go absolutely nuts. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure I've got the chalk on. Yeah, everything's out. Okay, let's see. And replay. Yep, it's gonna do the stick shake. Is it gonna do it the whole time? Yeah, well, because it doesn't know what's happening. So, but we only need to watch it from the outside, so it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see what it was like. Doing the loaders? Yeah, the yoke was doing the loaders. Look at the detail on this, on the ground. Look at all that down there. Love Microsoft Flight Sim so much. Not the best performance while you're streaming, mind. Pretty awful, actually. Again, going it down. Here we go. Right, how do we get plus 51 feet per minute? Ooh, ooh. Oh my god. That was smooth as hell. And of course, it doesn't replicate the spoilers or the reverse thrust because it's just like raw data. Now let's just let's have a little goosey gander again, shall we? Different angle. Ah, it just looks so good. Yeah, I remember you telling me when you replaced it, Kona. That's crazy. Oh, the buildings don't look very good because it's streamed and it's dynamic performance and everything is going to hell. Slight flow, but honestly, I'm very happy with that landing. Very happy. We'll watch from the onboard if we can't hear the bloody stick shaker in the background. Nope, we're good. Of course, the sound isn't accurate either, but hey ho. If I like need another PC to manage all the OBS stuff, that'd be nice. Only if you had money. Look at the detail down there, man. It's just so good. I'll never ever get tired of flying in this. And touchdown. We'll do one more. Like to cover the bases on the views. And boop. We came down. We noticed how fast we came down, but then it almost like stopped. It just like stopped the descent on my flare. How efficient was that? Sorry, we have to watch that again. How efficient was this flare? Like how fast we were coming down. Like this looks like it's about you're about to go wham into the runway, like Ryanair style. But look at that. Look how fast we came down, and then psych, and boop. Great, good stuff. One more. To a different angle. I never really get the chance to look back at these that much, to be honest. Should we do it from behind a little bit? Let's do it a little bit from behind. Oh, just gorgeous. See if I can actually manually input. Nope, I can't because I'm in showcase mode. Oh god, what happened? Flashbang. Yeah, it won't show you the spoilers and that. Can I force it to? Yes, I can. Hey, look, manual input on the replay. There we go. Good landing. Very happy with that. Alright, there we go. Do hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out for us for the last couple of hours. A nice short little flight from Zakynthos in Greece over to Naples in Italy with Mount Vesuvius looming in the background. That is due to erupt, by the way. Rather worryingly. You can actually feel tremors when you're here. We felt them. It's very much an active volcano with the airport right here. I mean, if it decides to come this way this time, and it's a big enough eruption, that is a big old deal for the residents. And whoever is unlucky enough to be in its way. But yeah, so do join us on the Discord, by the way, everybody. Jenny's done it. I'll do it for good measure. Thanks for hanging out. If you became a member, or you are a member and you're not in the Discord, please do join. Link your YouTube to your Discord. And you can get the automatic member role, which gives you access to our watch-alongs and member polls and stuff like that. So yeah, please do that. No, Marlon, not your YouTube to your YouTube. Don't even. Alrighty, thanks everybody so much. Leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you want me to fly next, or what airline you want me to fly in the comments. Let me know what you felt of the landing. If I did anything wrong, if any tips on how to make this run better while I'm streaming, that would be very much appreciated. But until next time, love yous. Must see you then.
And everything's still for brand new. Yeah, I need you, but forget to tell you that when we come loose, and everything starts to fall through. 'Cause I can't do this without you.
By the way, sorry, we forgot the fan funding, which was Jenny and Marlon with the $5. With the here we go we. And Jenny with the 5 gifted membership. Sorry, I missed that. Well, missed it at the end. Didn't miss it at the time. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you, Marlon. Appreciate you. See you later.